everyone. Welcome to another episode of the O Show. I'm O, and I'm here for what?
Your amusement.
Okay. And as you can see, we have a special guest today, my girl Michelle.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, look at that hair, girl.
I know. Miss Dee Dee ain't the one that got wigs. Okay.
Oh, hey, Michelle, girl. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Oh. All right, you guys, we're going to change it up a little today. We're going to do another celebrity reflection. Unfortunately, we did lose the great Paul Reubens last week to cancer. Hashtag we hate cancer.
Hashtag fuck cancer.
So we thought we would take the time to just talk about some movies and TV shows that we remember seeing him in and going down memory lane. So let's get started. So, back in the Disney, he did make an appearance in The Blues Brothers, 1980.
Okay. Yes, I do recall this because I'm a good Chicago girl. And I do watch The Blues Brothers. I think he was like a chef or something, or a waiter or something like that, right?
Something like that.
But yeah, it was
Waiter.
1980, so I don't remember all of that. I wasn't even born. I'm a young lady.
Right. We weren't even thought of yet.
No, not even a glimmer in my dad's eye.
And on the same page, Cheech and Chong's next movie.
I don't know about that smoke.
After that, he created his Pee Wee Herman persona.
The character, yeah.
A character, and he actually did a Broadway show where it was really raunchy. And it was crazy. Like, he had like a puppet that went there to like a girl's dress. And like, that's the only thing I remember. I don't know why I remember that.
Scandalous, but also... You're nasty.
For real.
Okay, I do remember this, of hearing about this, only because I was a child of the 80s, 90s, and my babysitter was television, and my mama got me cable. So I do remember seeing like an HBO hour comedy special of this and seeing the late, great legend that is Mr. Phil Hartman as well.
Oh, and he also had Edie McClurg in it too.
Yes, is that not my girl from Ferris Bueller?
Yes.
Because he's a righteous dude.
Yes.
They love him.
And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes!
Can I see your pass? I threw it away. Well, you're fucked.
She's amazing.
Yes. So, we'll talk about this later, but CBS came to Pee Wee and was like, we love your show so much, let's make a TV show out of it. And then it turned out to be a TV show for kids, which it was kid-friendly, but there was a whole bunch of innuendos.
Well, like I said, I watched that special as a kid and didn't realize all the little wink, wink, nudge, nudge jokes. But like I said, we talked about that. That's Disney movies of the 90s were always doing that. Like something little perverse for the fams, for the adults who were stuck in the theater, and it went over my head. Maybe that's the only reason why my dad watched it with me every Saturday, because he got the jokes and I didn't get all of them.
That's true, probably.
Possible.
The 80s was a different time.
I was going to say, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
We have 1985, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yay! Which is that the biggest movie that everyone probably knows him from?
Everyone knows about the bike. Speaking of Big Adventure, there's that whole famous scene of him and that dinosaur in California, like watching the movie. Just recently, the dinosaur has now been painted with a Pee-wee suit, saying "I Heart Pee-wee." So it's very sweet.
I'm surprised
This
it's
is
still
also homage hair to Pee-wee as he's in drag running away with that fugitive.
And if anyone asks, tell them Large Marge sent you.
Large Marge. On a day just like today. It's pretty gray out. Like I could see her out here. For real.
Right on these streets. Flight of the Navigator, 1986.
Okay, I do recall this. Again, cable child, raised by television. He was the voice of that little machine, that the Navigator. That's what it was?
Something.
I know the child was in a chair, and it was kind of like Hal from Space Odyssey 2001, like just talking, and it was always like that little, so you knew it was Pee-wee. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. If I'm wrong, let me know in the chat. I mean, I ain't gonna come for you, but let's bring the volume back into this video, okay?
And I might watch it one day this week. It is streaming on Disney Plus, so
I mean, we paid for it. Might as well watch some shit.
might as well.
Speaking of, let me get a little something.
Oh, okay. Cheers, y'all.
We're going old school. It's brought to you today by a little Kool-Aid, a little strong, hard Kool-Aid.
We drinking the Kool-Aid today. All right. And now comes 1986. Pee-wee's Playhouse. So as mentioned, this came from his HBO special. And there were 4 seasons?
Yeah, but they all like varied and like episode length. But like
5
again,
seasons.
we rerun everything. So I felt like it fell forever.
Yep.
But a great show.
And it introduced us to Cowboy Curtis, played by Lawrence
Fishburne. Ow, with the burns. Legit burns.
Hey, boy.
The original Morpheus to my Orpheus, yes.
We had Phil Hartman,
Yes.
because they were like best friends, so he played Captain Carl. S. Epitha Merkinson was Reba the Mail Lady.
Apatha.
Apetha? Oh, I always miss her name.
I know. You gotta watch that Peter Griffin, like, Family Guy episode. He like CC Pounder and Epitha Merkinson together.
Oh, Natasha Lyonne started her career on this show.
She's one of the little kids hanging out in Pee-wee's Playhouse.
And a very young Sean Weiss.
Oh, you did mention this before, yeah.
And if you don't know who that is, he was the goalie from the Mighty Duck movies.
We would fly the V. Fly the V.
Oh, you know what I didn't mention? Did you know Leslie Jordan was on that show?
What?
On one episode, Leslie Jordan was like...
I could see this, though.
oh my God.
He feels like that's part of the crew.
It was total single white female. He wanted to be Pee-wee and dressed up. It was taking things.
Okay, now I feel like I remember this part. Yes.
And at one point when he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, and I just want to be like you, Pee-wee," and Pee-wee's playing the tiniest violin.
He has no fucks. He gives no fucks to people trying to copy him. Francis with the I mean, oh my God. But I could see that Leslie Jordan.
Yes.
I love him. Also, R.I.P.
Right. I have to find that episode with us one day.
Got it.
And I have a special treat for all of you. I actually remember the theme song to Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Uh-huh.
And since it's my show, I have decided to sing it for you guys. And it goes a little something like this.
Go.
Do. Come in and pull yourself up a chair.
It's Cherry.
Let the fun begin. It's time to let down your hair. Pee-wee's so excited for the friends that he's invited. Go wacky at Pee-wee's Playhouse. There's a crazy rhythm coming from the puppet land. Dirty Dog, Cool Cat, Chicky Baby are the puppet band. We got a couple of talking fish and a genie who grants a wish. Golly, it's cuckoo at Pee-wee's Playhouse. Globe spinning, Mr. Windows grinning to see Cherry flying by. The flowers are singing, the picture phone is ringing, and the dinosaur family says hi. Mr. Kite's soaring, Conky still is snoring. There's a wacky magic screen. The count is so classy and Randy so sassy. The bunch of people that you've ever seen spend a day with us and you'll see what we mean. Got a bed. There'll be no more napping. In a place where anything can happen. And now we give you fair warning. It's gonna be that kind of morning for being wacky or getting snotty. Golly, it's cuckoo at Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Again, that felt shorter in our youth.
It's so long.
That's a long song. Or was it just rough?
It was rough.
I think we were drinking too much vodka.
I haven't thought about those lyrics in so many years.
You were getting kooky.
Okay. And remember how we all found out later in life that Cyndi Lauper sang the song, but they changed her name in the credits.
Yes.
It was so weird.
Okay, that's also happening with the Flight of the Navigator we just looked at. Flight of the Navigator. He was not Paul Reubens. He was Paul Mole.
Right. What the hell was the point of that?
Maybe he's embarrassed. It was a weird movie. I don't know if it made money.
Yeah. 1987, Pee-wee made a guest appearance on the show 227. Oh, Mary.
Oh, Mary.
And I actually still remember this episode. They went to a toy store. Mary wanted to buy some toys for some kids. The store was closed. She saw a guy in there. She begged for him to open it up, and it turns out the guy inside was a robber. He was robbing the place. So they all
But
got.
it's not Pee-wee.
It wasn't. It wasn't Pee-wee.
Okay.
Now they were being held hostage, but then Pee-wee comes into the store wanting to buy some toys, and then
Obviously.
gets stuck in there with them. And Sandra comes. I forgot how Sandra even showed up there, but like at the end of the episode, like Pee-wee saved the day. Like, I don't understand how that happened, but
Because he's annoying. He'd be annoying.
He really
He'd be
was.
annoying black people up in the toy store. Pee-wee could save the day.
He was super annoying in that episode.
I could see that getting on people's nerves. But speaking of 87, the Back to the Beach, we forgot about that.
Back to the beach, yes.
Yes. Frankie and Annette.
My two favorite
Now,
people.
I don't know if he's actually in it, but he wrote and produced it. And that movie is so kooky that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. That's a good fun. It's a fun romp. I love Frankie and Annette.
I do too. 1988, Big Top Pee-wee.
Yes.
That was such a fun movie.
That's a good one.
I do remember renting that a lot. Really did.
Once wasn't enough.
No, I wanted more.
But yeah, no, this is very much, I feel like it's very much Big Adventure Pee-wee, but he's in the sticks. He's a farmer version of that. Because remember, he's like growing stuff, like extremely large vegetables and stuff. And I had to remind someone that the adorable, brooding, handsome, muy guapo Benicio del Toro is in there. But he is the dog-faced boy. So it's probably hard to recognize him.
Yeah, I definitely need to look up a picture of that because I don't remember. And we're also mentioning Penelope.
Penelope Miller is his girlfriend who's really annoying. So, like, drop that hoe. And then he ended up getting some hot bitch who was like the trapeze artist, like tightrope walker. I don't remember her name. I'm trying to remember it though. But she was a hot chick from Hot Shots Part 2 is what I remember that. She's done a few things here and there that were like mainstream. But she's a very talented lady who's very beautiful. Period. Done. 2 snaps and a twist.
And speaking of Annette and Frankie, 1988 was also when we got the Pee-wee Christmas special.
Yes, which I own.
I swear it has to be in these DVDs somewhere. I thought I bought the movie.
Sure you did.
Or, you know what? I wonder if it was like part of a season. No?
It's not. It's a special.
Damn it.
Florida Rebbins. But I do own it. It's a fun little romp. There's Cher's in it. There's a whole bunch of people in there. It's fun.
Cher, Grace Jones, Whoopi Goldberg.
Grace Jones. That's not kid friendly, Grace Jones.
That outfit wasn't. When she came out the box, you put her back in that box.
Which probably tells us why we are the way we are. We saw Cher on one of her first retirement tours.
Ooh, we did.
Yeah, Pee-wee Informed does a lot. I'm sorry. Let me have a little bit more juice. L'chaim, slancha, salud.
All right, let's jump to 1992, y'all.
Ooh.
For Batman Returns.
Yes, not a big role. He was Cobblepot, Mr. Cobblepot. He was what is it? Penguin's daddy.
Father, yeah.
Yeah, very serious one.
I remember he had like this weird mustache.
Yes, but wait, was the mom the lady from Big Adventure, the one with the dinosaur with him?
Oh, God.
Right, I think so. I think they were the mom and dad.
Ooh, we gotta double check.
I have to look it up. I want to look it up now. I want it so bad.
We gotta check
I
on these
feel like
sources.
it's her.
Maybe, you never know.
That'd be fun if it was. I think it is. I'm gonna say that it is. In my mind, it feels great to have that moment, and no one's gonna stop me, and no matter what comment you put down. Yeah, but that's a good one. And one of my faves in '92, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
I mean, I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. Okay, it's a great little romp of a show. But the movie, Hot Boy Luke Perry, Donald Sutherland, and an unrecognizable, unless you looked at the fucking credits, Paul Reubens as a vampire who is amazing and has the best death scene ever.
That's the.
You have to wait for the credits and watch all of it.
I do remember rewinding that death scene like over and over again.
I also remember rewinding the credits. I'm like, did that say Paul Reubens? Because I love him.
So in 1993.
What happened? What happened?
Was this 1993? The Nightmare Before Christmas.
It doesn't feel like it, but it says it on this. Like, I don't know my life, but I know that this has 1993 on it. It feels like 94.
Right, yeah, I feel like it was later.
Not much later, but
I guess.
we don't have to fight it though.
Okay, but anyway.
It was
the movie
93.
Maybe the movie damn internet. Yeah, I mean, is that what the internet says? I guess it's right.
I mean, for my purpose right now, it is. Also a great film.
Great film. And he played Locke. So
Okay,
those three
The three little annoying kids.
yes, he was the red guy.
Okay. Wait, but here's the thing. That's a Tim Burton connection because Tim Burton did not direct Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yes, he did. And I think that was Tim Burton's first movie that he directed.
Big Adventure?
Yeah.
This is why we are the way we are. We were shaped by Tim Burton. Because Batman Returns, also Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Classics.
Look
Everyone.
at that. Look at that circle of life.
Forget me some Elton John. Okay. All right, what do we got next?
We got 3 weird movies that were kind of like back to back to back. We have Dunstan Checks In.
That's the orangutan?
Yes.
Or monkey?
In a hotel.
Is it a monkey or orangutan? I feel like it's orangutan. Maybe.
He wasn't. Maybe it's not orangutan.
I'm not a zoologist.
Something like that.
It's a big old monkey in a hotel. Okay.
And we had Matilda.
Was that the little witch girl?
Yes. Okay. I don't remember her name.
The girl? Thora. Not Thora.
Not Thora.
I don't know. She's no longer acting.
She's right. She stopped acting. She was the one in Miracle on 34th Street.
She was also, was she not Doubtfire?
Yeah, she was the
little girl in
youngest
Doubtfire.
girl in Doubtfire, yes.
Why would you want her to have amoebic dysentery? That's Ireland. But yes, but she's like a philosopher, like a scientist. I don't know. She went to college. She made some stuff. She made things happen. She's a smart lady.
She did.
She's a smart girl.
And also Buddy. Buddy was a movie with Renee Russo. Is that an actress name?
Yes, that is her. That's a lady. I like her. Is Buddy's also like an animal thing, yeah?
Buddy was a gorilla.
A big gorilla she raised like a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't remember what person he played, but...
Now, what years are these?
96, 96, and 97.
Okay. Yeah, 14-year-old Michelle was not into that. I did not watch any of those films, but I do know of them.
Yeah. And then I think, like, I got cable in the late or early 90s. And
or did you get a black box?
Oh, well, it was a black box.
Get the popo on the line.
So I feel like,
Thief.
are black boxes still around? I need a black box because it's Comcast.
No, everyone's illegally streaming. So I don't think they need a box. It's all in the interwebs.
Well, I lived it.
You're old school.
And I think I just had those movies on in the background. So I technically can say I saw it.
There you go.
For like 10 minutes.
I'll say it. I'll put it down.
So
check.
That happens. All right, after that, in 98, because he seems to be working like every year doing stuff.
Okay. Get it, baby.
Dr. Dolittle. Now, he was the voice of a raccoon.
Okay.
I don't remember anything he said, so I don't think...
This is Eddie Murphy, Dr. Dolittle, yes.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The original before all those
when
sequels.
he got, like, real childlike and had all those, like, kid movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
A sad moment in my Eddie life.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up listening to Raw and Delirious as a young child.
And we all... Either my mom said, don't listen to that, and then she'll leave the room for 3 hours.
I got McDonald's.
Just watch the whole movie.
You on the welfare.
You're desert alcoholic with the ice cream.
This is why we shade so hard. We reading people all day.
Well, that answers that question.
That explains a lot.
1999 Mystery Men.
Ooh, an unsung hero of films. A lot of great fucking comedy people up in that.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I had to watch that movie again recently, and yeah,
there's a lot of good people in there.
A lot.
I don't know if it's a good film overall, but it's decent, and that quality is great. There's Janine Garofalo, Stiller. Is it Hank Azaria in there or no? Am I wrong?
Maybe.
He might be.
Kel Mitchell is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the whole.
There's a huge crew.
But
before Marvel became all their dynamics.
Oh yeah, just one-off movies. So he played the spleen, and I do remember he had like these pimples and things all over his face. Like he looked like a hot mess.
What does the spleen do in the body that it does that?
I don't remember now.
We learned nothing from television.
Because at the time, like their powers were like.
I was gonna say it's mostly on like Comedy Central during commercials. You know what I mean? So probably I didn't see everything.
Now the first well, it's not live action. I guess it's computer generated Smurfs movie. He played Jokey.
Okay. Oh, real quick though, before you get back to the voices in the cartoons, my man had a serious role in Blow, which he was great and looked adorable in with some long blonde hair.
Oh yeah.
Did he have long blonde hair? No, Depp did.
No.
But he had long hair regardless, yes?
There was another person with long hair.
Johnny Depp. But no, he had long-ish hair because it was like a 70s vibe. Maybe he had burns. I don't know, but I loved him in it. He was great.
Was Bobcat Gold?
Goldthwait in it?
Was he in it?
I don't think so.
I think I might be thinking of another movie.
Every time he's in a movie, he makes the voice, so I don't think so. That little, like, whatever voice. But it's a great dramatic role, and I feel like a lot of comedians do drama really well, and he did a great job in that film. It's a cool film.
Yeah.
And then he went back to cartoon voices and Smurfs.
2016.
Girl, we jumped
had. Yeah, he was doing some stuff in between.
Okay.
Pee-wee's Big Holiday. His like comeback movie of Pee-wee.
And with the newly single Joe Manganiello. What? Come through.
I swear, I was like, there's a lot of like homoeroticism going on in this movie between this. But I was here for it. I was all about
His wife is gone, is what I know, and we are available.
There's just the ascension between those two in some scenes. I'm like, what is really happening in this movie?
But to be fair, would we not be the same with him? We love Pee-wee so much.
That's true.
We would be nasty. We would be raunchy with him.
That is true.
But also, who's not going to touch Joe Manganiello?
True stuff. Facts.
I've dated some men who probably would have touched him because he's beautiful, and he's a nerd too. He plays like D&D.
Does he now?
Yes, he has like a whole celebrity game. They do like weekly or monthly D&D fucking tournaments.
Well, he could just teach me anytime. Now, also in 2016, the show Gotham was on Fox.
Love.
And he came back as
Cobblepot?
Yes, but it was weird because I think he didn't know that was his son. So, what was his name? Can't think of who played the Penguin.
The real guy. He's like a 3-name thing.
Yeah, but he was
great.
like the best Penguin. And there was an episode where Paul Reubens comes in and, he was talking about some lady and they were like, oh yeah, that's my mother. And he gives that Paul Reubens look like.
But to be fair, both actors have a very similar face structure. Like, that was perfect and spot on. And that Robin Taylor something Thomas? Jonathan Taylor Thomas? No. Robin Taylor something. He's great. He was also in, like, The Walking Dead or something. Or no, am I wrong? I think he did
Maybe
Walking Dead
for
a
an
second.
episode. I don't think he had, like, a big part.
Okay. Or Fear the Walking Dead? But anyways, we love him. And Gotham was a great show. Mm-hmm. Loved. There's also, like, a new one coming out.
Oh no. Do we need more Batman in our lives?
Well, the idea is that Batman has died, and now his child is hanging out with all, like, the Riddler's kids and the Joker's kids.
What
Like,
a child? Who do you have a child with?
Bruce had a child. I don't know. It's on Max. If anyone checks it out, let us know if it's worth watching.
Lord.
Yeah. I think it's called Gotham Knights with a K.
Of course it is.
We'll see. Sorry, go on.
2019, the only other thing I can think of that I've seen him in, I know he did an episode of The Conners.
Okay, which I love.
The Return of the Roseanne Show.
Sans Roseanne. But still funny.
Yeah.
Because of Aunt Jackie.
Though, but he was there. But I think he had a scene with Jackie.
Well, that's the only reason to go.
Yeah.
Aunt Jackie's the bomb. Mm-hmm. I feel that. There's a lot of, like, TV credits where he's just, like, doing episodes and, like, just popping up in cameos because everyone just loves him.
Yeah.
Whether he's in costume or not. Like, he's done stuff on Conan where he was Pee-wee and stuff where he was just Paul Reubens.
Right.
And back in the day, he was a huge, like, visitor to David Letterman as Paul. And kind of when you watch it, it looks like Carrot Top back in the day. Like, he has all these weird little props and, like, making jokes. But, Carrot Top kind of fell on hard times. Cut to the picture of you in Carrot Top in Vegas.
Uh-oh.
Just put it up.
And no one else cared that I took the picture with him.
No, we're walking past Carrot Top, and he's like, isn't this someone famous? I'm like, yeah, it's Carrot Top. He's like, what, are we going to take a picture? I'm like, no, we're not. Well, he is roided out and had guy liner. I'm like, no, thank you.
At least I can say I saw a celebrity.
You did. You did that. We were looking for Joe Jackson in the mall, but we didn't find him.
He wasn't there that day.
We wanted to find some cologne and perfume and smack him from hitting Michael, but we didn't see him. Yeah, that happened.
Now, I know you guys seen Pee Wee
Well,
behind us.
let's see if we can make him talk.
Yes.
Here's the thing. As a young child, I was spoiled, and I did get the pull string. But as a spoiled child, I did not take care of my things. I think my mother gave it away, threw it away. And then as a young teenager, possibly in college, I went to the ever-loving Hot Topic.
Yes.
And found me a Pee Wee. I think you could squeeze it.
I'm Pee Wee Herman.
Okay.
Hello. I know you are, but what am I? I'm Pee Wee Herman.
There you go.
It still sounds good.
It's pretty good. Love Pee Wees.
I know you are, but what am I? Mm-hmm. And I own one of these. There was a whole production of toys that came out. Never bought one. I don't know why. I always wanted one, especially Cherry.
Because we was broke.
Right.
Love Cherry. My favorite character.
But I actually won this at an auction. And that's how I got hold
Because I made you go out.
this.
I made you go out and do things.
And I bet
Yay.
Linnea Quigley.
Yay.
Should
Oh, he's got
talk
bendy
about-
knees and everything.
Well, he's going to stay in this package.
I know, 'cause
Ain't
he's
no one gonna touch
purty.
him. However, I do have Cherry and Terry.
Oh, Pee Wee.
Terry got on my damn nerves. I used to be like, if you don't go extinct.
He was spoiled.
He was he was like this little child. He was
Spoiled
always
brat.
crying. Oh, baby.
Don't get to Randy. Don't get me.
You know what I learned from Pee Wee's Playhouse?
What did we learn?
One day, Pee Wee's like, he always went to that crazy fridge, which I don't understand.
All the food was moving.
Yeah. Well,
And then he still ate
and
something.
he ate it. Like, they're alive.
And Mr. T cereal. That's from the movie, though.
So he made ice cream soup. And all he
just
did was
melted
put
ice
he put ice cream in a bowl. He poured some milk. It was like chocolate ice cream too.
Okay.
And he just kept stirring it. And he goes, soupy. So I was like, what? Why did I think of that?
To be fair, I do that all the time.
And I was like, did I just make a Frosty? Like, is this all of this?
Yes. I was legit last night because I'm an adult and I have a budget. I bought French vanilla ice cream. But it's generic French vanilla, so it's like yellowy and gross.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, Hershey syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And then made my own little soup, which kind of makes like a Frosty vibe. It's very delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Pee Wee taught me that. Taught me how to cook.
True enough. True enough. All right, you guys. If you have any other stories about Pee Wee growing up, any movies that we might have left off the list,
Any
TV
great-
shows, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think. But again, rest in peace, Paul Reubens. Cheers.
Cheers, baby. No,
Girl. All right, you guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next episode. TTFN.
ta-ta for now.